regular expressions. So what the regular expressions are? So basically a regular expression is a sequence of characters, or it's a group of characters that is used for doing a search based on those characters. So regular expression uses some wildcards, it uses characters, it uses character sets, character groups, basically to do its search. So there are two kind of regular expressions in PHP. One is POSIX regular expression and another one is PERL style regular expression. So PERL style simply means they can be used in PERL as well. Now let's understand POSIX regular expression. POSIX expression is one which consists of various, it is having elements and having operators to operate and to do its search. So we can have a single character, or we can have group of characters in our regular expression. So two kind of POSIX expression are there. One is brackets and one is quantifiers. So let's understand what these are. So here you can see, for example, I will show you the practical example as well. First of all, let's understand what these expressions are. So in brackets you see 0-9. So this simply means this particular group is going to compare or return a value based on this expression that is between 0 and 9. Again, next will return or next will match to an expression that is having value between A to Z. Next you can see capital A to Z. Next you can see both lowercase and uppercase letters we can compare. Next 2 to 9 simply means we are going to compare values that matches 2 to 9, between 2 and 9. Next T to Z. This simply means the value that we are going to match is between 2 to Z. Now let's understand specific character thing, means how specific characters or quantifiers can be used. Here you can see O+. O+ simply means that a particular string that we are going to compare or with our regular expression would be having 0 or 1, at least one O. O means English O. And again here you can see if we match this particular string, then it is going to have 0 or more. It can be 0, it can be more. Let's first go through an example, then I think you people will understand it more. Because without practical thing, it might not be clear to you people. So let's start with practical stuff. So let's think, because regular expressions are basically used to validate our data. I will give you people a practical example. For example, you are filling up a web form, as we have discussed in last class. So there is a field for email address now, or there is a field for date. You have to compare the means you have entered some date, but your system or the particular web application that is accepting that date requires that date to be in a particular format. It wants, for example, it wants date to be in year hyphen month hyphen date. So how we will validate this thing, that user has entered the data in this particular format, he has entered the correct date. So for that purpose we use regular expression to match that particular value with a regular expression. If it satisfies our regular expression, that simply means that user has entered the correct data. So let's see this practically. For example, so let's discuss this thing in terms of function itself, so that function become more clear to you people. What I am doing, I am creating a function validate date. So here I am passing $date as my argument. So here let's have the date that I'm going to pass. So I will write 2015 10 10, and here I'm defining now how to compare regular expressions, how I will get to know that these particular values are as per our regular expression. So here I will come later. So here are some of the functions in PHP that are used to compare a regular expression to the user-defined value or the value provided by user. So in this scenario, first function is called ereg. Next we have ereg replace. So let's first start with ereg, then I will let you know the further functions. So here I will check if ereg. So here comes a regular expression. So here you have seen that we can define regular expressions in terms of this group. So you people know, if I have to give a date, year, so the condition here is that year should be with 4-digit complete year we have to provide. So we have to create regular expression for that. So we will giving 0-9. So this group simply means it is accepting value that is between 0 to 9. Now this 0 to 9 group is for a single value. For example, it will simply validate this 2. Now we have to validate the complete year. So in order to for this, we are having this curly braces in PHP that here you can see O curly braces start 1, 3. So this simply means that for this particular value we will be having either 1 O or 3 O's. So it would be between 1 to 3. It would be either 1, it would be 3. So here again what we are going to do, so in next case you can see O 4 comma. So we have omitted the second value. You can also omit this comma. So if we simply give O4, this simply means it will be having 4 O's. But if you put the comma, it simply means it will be having 4 or more than 4 O's. So in order to have fixed 4 O's, we will simply delete this comma. So in this case, 0 to 9, this group simply means it will compare that 2 is numeric between 0 to 9 or not. Now I have to compare the whole year, so here I will give 4. So now it will compare with all the values of a year. That the first, because a date has 3 groups. One group is for, or I would say 3 different values. First value is for year, second is for month, and third is for date. So this particular thing will compare with the year thing, that year should be between 0 to 9. All digits of a year should be 0 to 9, and there can be 4 digits in a year. So let's keep it in braces because this is going to be used as a complete group. So the whole regular expression will be in braces. So this is for the year. Now there will be a hyphen. After that hyphen, we will be accepting date. That would be again between 0 to 9, and it would be having either 1 or 2 digits, because we can write a date like this as well, or we can write a date like this as well. So this is again valid as a date. So it would be having either 1 digit or it would be having either 2 digits, means maximum of 2 digits, 0 to 9. So this will be for month. Now again I would be having hyphen, and again for the date stuff the same thing will apply like the month, that it should have only 1 or 2 digits maximum. So we have written, if this is the first argument of ereg function, then we will be having second argument. This simply means this is our date argument that we are going to pass. This date argument is going to be compared with this regular expression. This is regular expression that simply defines the rule that how a particular value should be accepted. It defines the rules for a particular value. So here you can see, if this is the case, this simply means ereg first argument is, second argument date is, as per the rules of regular expression that we have defined in the first argument, it should return true. I will write print user has entered correct date, else I will write user has entered incorrect date. So here I'm going to call function validate date. I'm passing my date. Now if you run this function, just a second. Okay. User has entered the correct date. You can see I have entered 2015-09-10. If I give it like 201, so it will give me user has entered the incorrect date, because year should have 4 digits. It is having 3 digits. Now if you write, instead of digit you write a character, again it will say incorrect data, because in a year you should have 4 digits, not characters. So if I give 2014, it will give me the, you have entered the correct date. So this is the regular expression, and that is for a date. Now this is for date. Now if we want to have a regular expression for a name. For example, name should be between, that should be small case, and that should have 5 characters. Now it will give us the user has entered the incorrect date, because I'm not, now A to Z means it should be lowercase and should have 5 characters maximum. So if I write here Mohit, see here it will give us user has entered the correct, here we will correct it, name. Now here you can see it is only accepting lowercase letters, because if I give it Mohit and first I keep it capital, then you can say it will say enter incorrect name, because it can only accept lowercase letters. Now in order to make it accept both values, if you can see here I have given A is small and Z is capital. So again A is small, Z would be, if I give Z capital, then it will accept both lowercase and uppercase. Okay, I think there's some issue with the range here on my system. So simply if I give this kind of range, it will accept both A, small a and capital, small letters and capital letters. Now here if I have given T to Z, this simply means that it should accept values between T to Z, because M falls before T, so it is giving me the error. If I write it as TXYZ, it will give me the correct value. Okay, I think there is something wrong. T U. Why is it giving me wrong? Okay, 5. So I have given 5 values. It is giving me the correct because all the characters are between T to Z. Now here this file is hard coded, means it will always accept the file values. If I give it 2 to 5, then it will accept values between 2 to 5. Even if I give here UV, it will give you the correct name. But if you give it 1, it will give you incorrect. So it will accept values, characters between 2 to 5. If you leave this 5, then it simply means it will accept at least 2 values. It can be 5, it can be up to 10, or it can be unlimited. I think this is clear to everybody. Okay, fine. So here you see O plus. Now instead of this group, let me give instead of O, let's have M plus. So M plus simply means that it should accept a one M, 0 or 1 or more M. If I give H, then it will give me incorrect name. Now if I give M, it will give me correct name. It can be more than 1 M. So it is giving me correct name because there are more than 1 M. Now see, it simply doesn't mean that there should be all M. You can have HM, TM, RM, EM. This simply means that this particular value should have 1 or more M. There might be other values, but M should be more than 1. So here you can see it is giving me the correct name because there are multiple M's. If I remove all M's, then it will give me incorrect value. Fine. So a regular expression is to match either a single value or multiple values or a group of values with a particular rule. So this is a regular expression. Again, now star means 0 or more. 0 or simply means you can, if I give here star, then even then I will get the correct value. Even I'm not having a single M, because star simply means 0 or more. So this is optional. If instead of star I give the plus, then it means 1 or more. So it simply means it should have at least 1 M. But star means there may or may not be M. So this is star means, and question mark means the same thing as the star means. Here I have already told you that in this curly braces, if you give 5, then it will accept 5 O's. And here it will accept O's between 1 and 3. Here it will accept at least 4 O's. Now, there are 2 more things. One is dollar we can use. So this dollar simply means that our string or our word should end with M. So here you can see this is not ending with M. So it is giving me incorrect result. Now if I give here Wasim, so here it will return me correct because last character is M. Now there is one more wildcard, that is a cap. this simply means the word should start with M. So in this case, Wasim, it will give me incorrect result. But if write here Mohit, it will give me correct result because it starts with M. So I think this table is clear to everybody now. Okay, fine. Okay, now as in last page we have defined groups 0 to 9, A to Z. Now instead of that we can have these three expressions alpha. Alpha simply means both uppercase and lowercase letters. Instead of writing small a hyphen capital Z, we can simply write alpha. So if we write here like this, alpha, so it simply means any alphanumeric character. So here alphanumeric simply means here it can be Mohit, it can be capital Mohit. Okay. Why is it here? Just a second. Okay, it should be having at least one of each. It should be having both uppercase and lowercase letters. This alpha accepts. Now again digit. Digit simply means this value. Here we have to give digit. So it simply means it will be having a numeric value. So here you can see if it's a digit, it will give me correct name. But if it's a string, it will give me incorrect name. Because it can only accept digits. Now alnum. Alnum simply means it can accept either number or it can accept either digits. Alnum is alphanumeric. So here you can write test 1, 2, 3. It will give you the correct result because here we can have either number or we can have alphabets. So I think this table is clear to everybody. So here you have seen using ereg function. So this ereg function is basically to compare your regular expression with the user value. Now ereg replace. Ereg replace simply means in a string we can replace a particular word, a particular character with the value that we pass. Let me show you an example for this. Replace character. Here I'm going to pass the character. Here I'm going to write down my function. First of all, let's pass the character, define the character here. I think let's take it 5. And here I'm going to write down a string. This string has 4 values. So in this string I want to replace 4 with 5. So what I will do, I will call ereg underscore replace, and in this I will give 4 and I will pass my character, and then I will pass the actual string. So this simply means I want to replace 4 with this character in my string. So here when you will print your string value, so here you can see this string has 5 values. This 4 has been replaced by 5. Now if I give here 6, it will be replaced by 6. So ereg replace is basically to replace a particular value that this 4 can be a regular expression. I have told you earlier. I have given the simple example so that you people just understand this stuff. For it matches this regular expression, and based on that, it replaces a particular character. Understood? So you can have multiple 4s. And it will replace all the 4s with 6. This 4 doesn't mean that only one 4 will be replaced. All the 4s will be replaced by 6. So this is the way to replace a particular word or particular value into a string from other value. Now here next functions are ereg I and ereg I replace. So this is having only one difference from the above function, is that this will be case insensitive. Above functions are case sensitive. For example, instead of 4, I give capital 4. So in this case, value will not be replaced. So it is not able to find this 4. It is not similar to this 4. It is having capital F instead of small f. So now if I do ereg I replace, it will do the replacement, because I simply means this is case insensitive. So now 4 with the capital value and 4 with small f are mean to have same thing, because this function doesn't compare the case, but ereg and ereg I replace the case. So this is the only difference. Now next is split function. This split function simply means splitting a string. We can split a string into multiple strings, substrings. So ereg I have already explained you. So here you can see pattern, original string, and this third argument regs means the string would be returned, the matched string would be returned in an array. I can show you the example. If you people remember, I have explained you that date example. In the date example, I will let you know this ereg stuff, this reg stuff. So if I pass here $regs, it can be any name. I have taken it at $regs. So now if you print this $regs, it will be an array. So you can see it returns me the passed values in an array. So this is the only purpose of this third argument, regs. I have explained you ereg underscore replace. Here first you pass your regular expression or pattern, then replacement, the string you want to replace, then you pass the original string in which you want to make this replacement. So I have already shown you this ereg example. Here I'm searching in 2000, I'm searching 0 to 9 plus means one or more digits. So 0 to 9 means digits, plus means one or more. So here in this particular publication, this string, I'm going to search 0 to 9 or digits that are more than 1, and in this case it is 1999. So directly I would say that I'm going to replace that 1999 with 2000. So this function tells us this thing, that this 1999 is going to be replaced by 2000. So here you can see the result. Book publication number is 2000, not 1999, because it has been replaced by 2000. So here ereg I have already explained you that it is case insensitive. That's it. This is again example of ereg I, where I'm going to replace password means I'm going to check password value is alphanumeric characters 8 to 10 in password. So eregi doesn't compare the case. Now eregi replace simply means case insensitive replace, as we have done in the last page. So here is another example. So here is the split function. Split basically splits a string into substrings. This is case sensitive function. For this we are again having a variation that is split I, that we will see later. Let's go with the split first. Okay, here is the date example, but let me give you some real life example. That consider we are having an IP address. I'm having IP address, and when I split a particular string basis on a regular expression, it is converted to, it returns an array. So here I will get an array. So let's change the name of the function, validate or split IP. Split in that, because IP address would be like that, 123.456.789.000. This is a sample IP address. So IP address accepts digits, 3 digits, then dot, then 3 digits, and dot. So it is the basic format. Now I want to split it. So in PHP, when we write a regular expression and we have to include some characters like dot or some other special character like dollar or slash or ampersand, so we basically give a prefix that is called backslash. It basically, this backslash is for that now dot will not be, because normally dot means a single character in regular expressions, but if we prefix backslash, this dot will not be interpreted as single character, it will be dot only, it will remain dot only. So I'm going to split my IP address where they are having dots. So now I'm going to print this IP address. This array I'm going to print. So here you can see my IP address has been splitted into 4 values based on dot. So this is the purpose of split function. Now this is for, this example I have shown you was for characters. Now if we have, that was for digits. Now if we have characters like this, instead of dot we are having X as a separator. Now I'm splitting on the basis of X. So here you will see basis of X, I'm getting 4 substrings ABC, MPY, ASD and WR. Now if I keep it capital X, then you will not get the value. You will get the complete string, because split function is case sensitive. But if I write it split I, then you will get the value, because split I is case insensitive version of split. It is variation of split as case insensitive function. Here again you can do the same thing with the date. Date should have a slash. So here I am doing the date, I am splitting my date. Understood? Here again you can see split I for IP address. But I have given the better example because split I basically applies on characters. I think this is fine to everybody. Okay, next is POSIX function that is called SQL_reg case. This function is basically to return each character of a string into groups of or bracketed expressions of capital and small letters. Here each string P, R, O, G, R, A, everything will be converted to this output. P, P, R, R, O, O, G, G means capital and small with brackets. So this is the only purpose of this function. It is used very rarely. It is used in cases where we want these kind of expressions in our project or in our portal. Otherwise, this is very rarely used function. So now go ahead with PERL style regular expressions. So they are similar to POSIX expressions. There are bit differences that I will explain you in next slide. So here we use metacharacters rather than character groups. I will let you know what metacharacters are. So here you can see dot. If you remember in last slide, for splitting my IP address, I have given a \dot so that dot is not interpreted. I've told you that dot is used for matching a single character. So here, if we use regular expression, so instead of all this, if I simply give a dot, so this dot will match a single character. It will match a single character. It can be anything. Dot simply means single character. Now here is \s, which means white space character. That can be a space, it can be a tab, or it can be a new line. Next is \S, not small s. It means non-white space character. It should not be a white space. It should be a character. For example, if I give \s, so see here I'm giving a, but \s means space character. So I'm giving a, it is giving me incorrect result. If I give here a space, I think it will not accept like this. See, here I have provided a space. So this simply means that our string should have a space. Means if we are giving multiple characters, there should be space in between. So \s will simply give us the space. Compare the space. \S will compare non-white space. If we give space, it will give us the error. Now, instead of using 0 to 9 group as we were using in last slides, using brackets, we can simply give /d instead of this group 0 to 9. We can simply give /d. It will do the same job as 0 to 9 was doing. Now /D means a non-digit. It should be a character or a special character, but it should not be a digit. /w means it should be a word character, either small a to z or capital A to z or 0 to 9. It should be a word. But /W means it should not be a word, it should be a special character. And this group A, E, I, O, U in bracket means our expression will match either of these characters only. For example, if I give A, E, I, O, U, so it should be a single character that should be between these. So here you can see I have given W. This gives incorrect result because it is not one of the following, one of the characters, one of the vowels. If I give I, so it will give me the correct result because it is between A, E, I, O, U, but it should be a single character. So if I add a cap, if you have remember in last scenario, the cap simply means if we give cap without these brackets, this means that this particular string is going to start with A. But if we give it like this, in this bracket, if we give cap A, it means that this string should not have A. Except A, it can have everything. It should not have A. For example, I'm giving I. It is giving me incorrect result because it should not have any character from A, E, I, O, U. If I give G, it will give me correct result because cap is appended to it. So this is the difference between using cap without brackets and using cap inside brackets. I think this is clear to everybody.